That's it, you're feeling excited, you are ready to take action and invest, for example, in cryptocurrencies, but you are for sure having the big dilemma that most investors have, and that is knowing that if I don't invest right now, maybe the train might leave without me, and I'll miss the opportunity of a lifetime. Or you may have the opposite effect, and you may be saying to yourself, whoa, this is really dangerous, there is too much volatility, and if I enter right now, and it continues to fall, I lose so much money. These are two considerations. These two dilemmas are among the worst when you are an investor because on one hand, well, that's going to stop you from taking action. The fear will prevent you from taking action and in the long term from earning money, but on the other hand, it can make you have FOMO, fear of missing out. Fear of missing the train can make you invest too much money all at once. And in the end, if it also collapses, you lose so much money, and by now you might understand that these are two ways of doing it and they're really not the best ones. And that's how most people get run down by their own hand. But what if I told you that there is a super simple method, easy to implement with an automatic limit, which allows you to have crazy performances that beat the other methods? If you are interested, I will explain it to you right now. Hello everyone and welcome to Road to Millions in English. Today we meet again for a new video from the playlist From Zero to Crypto Hero. Now that we have chosen which platform to invest on, we know a little bit about getting started on that platform. And I'm going to explain to you how to do those things well, and I'm also going to explain to you how to put together an investment plan programmed with DCA, Dollar Cost Average, which is the simplest, most secure and undoubtedly the most effective method to invest when you want to start, for example in cryptos, but even if it's on the stock market it also works. So the DCA is new, and what is it? Well, it's the act of investing regularly on a predefined plan with scheduled deadlines and with a defined amount of money. For example, let's say I want to put 1200 euros into cryptos. Well, I can divide this amount into 12 and invest it every month like that for a year. And what did I accomplish with that? Well, it already allows you to not go and enter at the worst time possible. You see, for example, if you have that amount and you already put it all in a few days ago here, around $30,000 on Bitcoin, and in the space of 48 hours it went down to $25,000. It's a shame because you bought Bitcoin more expensively than you could have had if you had practiced DCA and if you had spread your investment over time. I can tell that for sure because I did it for the first time on December 21, 2017 on Bitcoin, and well, look what happened next. I suffered hell for more than a year with a truly bottomless fall on Bitcoin. But fortunately, because of this mistake, I questioned myself, and so I implemented this investment strategy called the DCA. And I continued to invest with determined amounts every month, and in the end, after having bought lower and lower points on Bitcoin, I had a fairly comfortable average, which was around $6,000. And what happened next? You know it went up $60,000, or even a little bit more at the top, and ultimately, despite everything, it generated a nice 10 plus on my investment. Of course, initially I bought the highest point, which was previously the all-time high, but I also bought the lowest points, and that gave me the comfortable average. That's exactly the principle, and that's why I suggest you learn it today, before going any further, and I need to explain something first. The DCA works regardless of the market phase, but there are things to pay attention to. Starting practicing DCA at an all-time high is generally not a good method, because as you spread it out over time, well, you have a chance that the market will turn around and crash before you even notice. So I would like to tell you when it is interesting to practice the DCA. Well, with an asset like Bitcoin, for example, that has already corrected at least 50%, here for example, here we are at $20,000, although it had corrected up to $10,000. From there it was interesting to start DCA. And when might it also be interesting to stop without DCA? Well, you can determine a maximum amount. For example, if you say to yourself, I put 1200 euros that I divided by 12, when the asset in question goes back up and gets closer to its historical peak, it can be very relevant to start cutting your DCA like that if it continues to rise. Well, in terms of gain, you don't pull your average acquisition price too high, too upwards, and that will allow you to resell. What if Bitcoin, for example, reaches new heights? The ideal is really to invest to start making purchases in bear market. But if you start today, it's always coherent and it can still be interesting. Remember that the most authoritative has over $60,000. But here it is, be careful if Bitcoin starts to rise and starts to reach $50,000. Well, that could be a good time to just stop my DCA, even if I hadn't arrived at the end of my commitment, but I started to do the opposite. I started to make a way out with DCA. That is to say, I am gaining and I'm very comfortable and I'm going to start going out, making a drawing to pour. That is, the amount that I have, well, I'm going to divide it. And then I'm going to sell it in stages as the price rises. Now, I'm going to show you how it works on Bybit, for example, as it offers you a very good auto-invest tool from DCA and it's really cool. And then I will quickly talk to you about the option that Binance offers. If you are interested in Bybit but you are still not registered on the web, I will post my links in the description or pinned comment, and not only will you be able to benefit from this link with reduction on your costs, this also allows you to once again increase your profits, and in addition you'll be eligible for a deposit bonus which can go up to 30,000 euros on Bybit. According to what you have, the more you deposit, the more you deal, and the more bonus will be raised. Let's get back, shall we? Here on Bybit you can go to tools and you will go down to trading bot, a live trading bot that will offer you a robot that will automate your investments. So here you'll find it on DCA. You click on it and you have two options. Either you will use it as a currency to make your purchases, the USDT, which is the stable coin of Tether, or the USDC. I, for example, use stablecoin USDT, so I will keep it. Then you will be able to select the crypto that you're going to buy. Let's say you want to buy Bitcoin and you'll be able to put the amount you want to invest. Well, let's take the example where we want to invest 1200 over 1 year. I am going to put the 100 here. This is the amount I want to buy, and then the frequency or recurrence here every month. So it's going to be every 4 weeks here. See the records? My scale doesn't have enough. However, I have USDT. Well, quite simply, I can click on deposit to make a deposit if I don't have money, and from here I refer you to my previous video on how to provide your account in cryptocurrency or currencies such as the euro or dollar, or if you already have money on Bybit, maybe it is not in the right account, the spot account, the derivatives account, the funding, and that is certainly my problem. So here I'm going to click on transfer, as you see, and I'm going to be able to transfer here. For example, I have 214 USDT lying around on my spot account. I'm going to send them to my funding account to be able to launch my programmed investment. So I simply confirm, and that's instantly done because we're on the Bybit platform directly. And there you see that there is a last option which asks me what is the maximum investment that I will want to make on my DCA bot. It's optional, you don't have to fill it out. But like, if I don't want to rack my brain and I want to put 1200 euros, which I have in USDT and which are ready in my defending account, I will quite simply be able to create here my DCA. I just have to confirm and it will set you up automatically once you have launched it. You no longer have to manage anything except follow the progress from time to time of the price of Bitcoin to know if you let it run or if you just stop it at a given moment. So now if you want to buy a basket of cryptocurrencies, it can be super interesting because you can do that too. Let's say you want to invest in Bitcoin, but also you want to invest in Ether and other cryptos. Well, I can add up to 5 currencies on my trading bot, and if one crypto it's not enough for me and I want to invest, for example, 10 cryptos, I can create a second bot. No problem, huh? Let's say that every month I want to buy a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Ether, a little bit of Doge, and why not a little bit of Matic and a little bit of Arbitrum. Well, here I have a basket that's already a bit nice. I'm going to confirm it and I'm going to allocate the amounts I want to put in. Well, I still want to do the plan for 100 euros per month. So I'll put 50% of it on Bitcoin, so it's 50 euros. I want to put, say, 20%, so 20 euros on Ethereum. It makes already 70 euros to complete my 100 euros that I wanted to make initially. I can also choose the frequency, so if I plan to do it every month, I'll leave here 4 weeks, like I had previously selected. Or if I want to do it by the week, I can just click on it. Well, I can click all year round if I want to. I can make investments every day. The limit here is your imagination and your strategy. I can put my maximum investments as we saw previously, and I'll just have to create it. And there you have it. From the moment I launch this confirmation, well, every month automatically it will buy me 50 euros of Bitcoin, my 20 euros of Ethereum, 10 euros of Doge, 10 euros of Matic, and 10 euros on Arbitrum at the price where the cryptocurrency is on the day of the DCA automatically. And like you saw, it is super simple investing in cryptos because now we have super interesting tools. For example, in 2017 I had to do everything by hand, and when you manage around 10 cryptos, it can be really painful, it can be a bit cumbersome also. Now everything is done automatically, and this strategy offers really interesting returns. And if you test it out, you will certainly have some good news to tell me. Now let's move on to Binance. It's a platform that also offers this type of service, and as usual, don't hesitate to go to the link in the description, drop a comment and check those affiliation links, which allow you to have 20% reduction in browsing fees. You will probably never find these in any other YouTube channel. I always do my best for my community. You can go to Trader, then Trading Bots, and here you see, for example, the DCA spot that's a little more complicated on Binance. We will click here on Auto Invest and we'll be able to directly create another programmed investment bot. Let's say we want to invest in Bitcoin like earlier. Well, you'll be able to click on Create a Plan, and here it's roughly similar. You will put your amount per period and then you'll be able to choose from where you want your funds to be drained to finance your DCA. For example, I can select my spot portfolio or my earning portfolio. Oh, and this simple earning is really cool. I will explain it in the next video, so stay tuned if you haven't done it yet. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and activate the notification bells, because if you don't so, maybe you won't watch any of my good videos and none of my good deals. And then once you have selected your amount, you'll be able to select the period. There you have two slightly more precise options. You see, for example, you can select the day of the month on which you want to make your dessert, and then here the local time, where you'll be able to select the time. Here you're going to be able to add cryptos, and let's say you're going to add Ether. Since we're here, we can add to BNB, Matic, you can do all that. You just have to confirm it. There you see, you're not limited to 5 cryptos per basket, you can go further, you're limited to 10, so for example, we put 10, we just have to choose the allocations we'll want to put in, and once it's finished, simply say that you accept the auto invest purchasing conditions, validate, and your bot launches automatically. Now, there is another interesting option on Binance, which is that it offers you wallets already available and done. They can offer you portfolios focused on DeFi, for example on Layer 2, on artificial intelligence tokens, and you will see that there are plenty of teams like that, like gaming and much more. If you are a beginner in cryptos and you don't know much about it, but you have investment sectors that you prefer, well, that allows you to do it with ease. Guys, I think we've done it. If you have learned something, please leave a like, don't hesitate to leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'll be here to answer you. I'll see you soon for the next video on earning or how to earn passive income on your cryptos, and until next time, ciao!